Here's the clip, and I'm not kidding you. Now, again, picture this. This is a reporter, Omar Jimenez. He was live in the early morning hours, Tuesday morning, in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Heartbroken business owners are crying. They can't believe car dealers being burned to the ground, furniture stores being burned to the ground. And here's here's the reporter. Again, I'm not trying to laugh in a ha-ha way. This actually happened. And picture this report with a graphic that says, fiery but mostly peaceful protests. Here it is.
What you're seeing behind me is one of multiple locations that have been burning in Kenosha, Wisconsin over the course of the night. A second night since Jacob Blake was seen shot in the back 7 times by a police officer. And what you are seeing now, these images came and come in stark contrast to what we saw over the course of the daytime hours in Kenosha and into the early evening, which were largely peaceful demonstrations in the face of law enforcement. It wasn't until night fell that things began to get a little bit more contentious. Things were thrown back and forth. Police started using some of those crowd dispersal tactics like tear gas, even playing very loud sounds to push them out. And then what you are seeing, the common theme that ties all of this together, is an expression of anger and frustration over what people feel like has become an all too familiar story playing out in places from across the country, not just here in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Christine, Laura.
Got it. Expression of frustration and anger in the fiery but mostly peaceful protest. And if you're watching now on the stream at MikeOnline.com, you see the guy standing there with all the burning buildings behind him. Somebody at CNN in a position of authority said, you know what graphic we'll put up here? We'll put up a graphic because we can't let people know that they're rioting and that they're tearing down and destroying our city. That doesn't play well. Remember Don Lemon this week on CNN? These riots are not polling well. The focus groups aren't favorable about rioting and protesting. I'm not kidding you. He said that. Pavlina, can you get that out of the archives, please, from yesterday? So you know they're sitting there. They're sitting there at CNN saying, oh my gosh, how do we do this? The city's on. They got all these burning buildings. Here's the reporter. Okay, we can't say violent protests. We got to advance the narrative that these are mostly peaceful. Our cameras are showing the burning buildings and the poor reporters standing there. And again, did you hear the explosions in the background? I got it. Put up a graphic. Here's the graphic, because they got to type it in. I mean, they got to input that into the computer. Fiery, but mostly peaceful protests in front of the fires in Kenosha. I don't even, words fail me sometimes, although I won't let it.